Good morning, y'all. Happy Hump Day Wednesday, and welcome to another episode of Diamond Discussions where we discuss love, healing, purpose, and leveling up. And I'm your host, Ms. BBS. And I know I interchange those sometimes, but guess what? It's okay. Now, what was on my mind this morning? And I think it just kind of stems from the things that I've seen and the people that I talk to. Like, if they knew who you were, maybe they would treat you better. They would have treated you better. So a lot of people mishandle what they don't recognize. Like they can have something of value and don't notice value. That's why when you be seeing those people that do those storage hunts and they be buying those storages, because a lot of people don't realize what's in the storage until they get inside there and get it. Meaning that some people only value you based on the current season that you're in. Like so that's my problem, because like when I see people, I don't look at them where they are. I look at them where they could be or where they're going. Girl, that potential be having me by the neck. Okay, they either gonna judge you by like your struggle, your healing season, like you're growing, and sometimes plants. And I'm sorry, y'all, I keep using all these things, but this is what keep popping in my mind. Plants will be growing and then some of the leaves will die off. And some people would think like, oh man, the plant is dead. When really it's just pruning. You have to prune it and take off the old, so the new can flourish. Like they cannot see the anointing that you carry because of where you at or what you look like. Like Joseph's brothers. I already had said something about this, but his brothers saw dreamer, like somebody with a big dream. And that's how I be thinking, because y'all, when I tell you I'm like Pinky in the brain, my ideas, I feel like I'm about to conquer the world. But heaven saw him as a ruler. So just because people don't see what you see does not mean it's not meant to be. Now I have to go to the book on this one, so hold on. 1 Samuel 16:7 says, "But the Lord said to Samuel, do not look at his appearance or at the height of his stature, for the Lord sees not as man sees, but man looks out on the outward appearance, but the Lord looks on the heart." So people will pretty much underestimate you because they only see the current version of you, like they see where you are right now. And God sees your finished product because he's the author and the finisher of our faith. So therefore he sees the finished product and they only see the process. And then people are microwave people, like they want right now. So if you can't benefit them right now, then they kind of like shift you to the side. If they knew who you were becoming, like your future influence, your future healing, your future deliverance, your future businesses, your future platform, your future marriage, your future house, your future job, the peace that you're going to have, the overflow, the abundance, they will handle you a whole lot differently. And then those people walk away from you way too early because they don't see the manifestation. But then those are always the people that want to spin the block. When David was tending sheep, they didn't think about him. But even though he was in the pasture tending sheep, he was already a king. He just hadn't become a king yet. And sometimes your oil is hidden because of the circumstances. Because my daughter, she had a teacher once. And when I was telling her, like when she was in school, like when I tell you teachers, everybody used to come from her to try to break her self-esteem, to try to break her. And I used to always tell her, I said, because people can see who you're becoming. They see you. You don't see you, but they see you. And they're trying to destroy it before you even become it. Now, me personally, my own walk, because my transparency, I know like I used to be the person that didn't want to make other people feel uncomfortable. So therefore, I'm gonna dim my light. Like I'm gonna stay low key. I ain't gonna say too much because I don't want to get attention. Like, if it's about you, let's just keep it about you. So somebody would say something to me, and then here I am, like, over explaining myself. And I'm like, dang, I don't even owe y'all that much. No, like, I didn't want to. Or you find yourself just giving up little lies about stuff that you shouldn't even have to lie about. You tolerate disrespect because you want people to see you. You hopefully, like, do you see me? And I remember I was going through it, like, going through it. So, like, I cut all my hair up. Like, this is the first time I cut all my hair up, and it wasn't like a statement. It was like I was really broken. I was trying to get people to see me, like, hey, y'all, I'm really struggling. But no, when I cut my hair up, they was like, oh, girl, that looks good on you. You look so cute. And I was just like, okay. And that's the part I had to understand, that everybody is not assigned to understand me. Like, when you begin to grow, it changes your relationships. Like, the people you were friends with, as you grow, you can no longer be friends with those people, and that hurts. When you elevate, it exposes people that's around you with insecurities, because now they feeling some type of way. They're not really happy for you. Then you have the ones that liked you because you didn't have boundaries. They could walk all over you. They could do whatever they want. They could just say something, and they're used to you not responding. So it was beneficial. Back to the book. It says, Matthew 13:57, a prophet is not without honor except in his own town. And that is so crazy, because, like, you can be around people that you've grown up with, and they don't push you. Like, they're not trying to help you. They're not, if you are trying to build a business, they're not supportive. They're not sharing your stuff. You know, they ain't liking your stuff. They watching your stuff, but they ain't liking it, because it's just like, why her? Why him? And another thing I had to learn was rejection does not mean that I'm unworthy. So just because I'm not invited, just because you're not talking to me, or just because, I'm not in the clique or whatever, like, I really don't care. Because just because you don't see who I am does not mean I'm not who I am. And I'm exactly who I say I am. I'm exactly who I show up as. I'm her. And that's another part. God begins to separate you from people because they can't go where you're going. And you be trying to hold on to them for dear life. And he does this to put you by yourself. Sometimes to see. Like, when I was going through anxiety and panic attacks and all that stuff, like, my kids, I had a few people that, looked in and checked on me, but really, my kids was all I had. And that pain that I felt in that season, that pain that I felt, feeling like, dang, I had all these people and now I don't have nobody, like, that made me look at everything and everybody differently. Book book time. Romans 8:28 says, and we know that all things work together for the good of those that love God. So if you love God, it's going to work out in your favor. It's going to work in your favor. Y'all, I'm kind of tired, but I really do want to give y'all these jams that be in my mind. So what I'm going to leave y'all with is, I need y'all to get up, do the thing, okay? Become anyways. Whatever it is that you have put in your heart and in your mind to be, become it. Don't wait for nobody to cheer you on. Like me even doing this, I don't get a lot of views, but so what? I'm doing it anyway, because God has the final say. He gonna put my videos, he gonna put my content with the right people at the right time when he knows I'm ready. Don't look for support, because 9 times out of 10, the people that's going to support you is strangers. And then once you have become, and they see like, oh shoot, she really doing the thing, he really doing the thing, then they're gonna come back to you and be like, hey girl, hey dude, what's up my man, what's up dude, I just wanted to really apologize to you for how I treated you over that time. But you know what, it's not gonna matter, because you don't need their validation anymore. I don't need a clearance from you, because I don't need that no more. When I needed it, you should have provided it, but because you didn't, I don't need it. Again, that's all I have to say today. If you like the gems being dropped on this podcast, please like, share, and follow for more.